What's up, Gunpla fans? This is Joe of Joe's Gunpla here with a special video, sort of by request. My good buddy Brandon, you probably all know him as JoshuaGundamu here on YouTube, wanted me to show off Gundam the Origin because he's trying to decide on if it's worth his investment, because, you know, a lot of his spare money goes to making Gundam Father of Peace, which is an excellent stop-motion animation short that he's working on. He's got a few chapters up already. Great story. Check him out. I'll put a link down below in the description. And yeah, so he wanted to know if these books are worth it. And let me tell you, from the bottom of my heart, I am so happy that Vertical Inc. picked up Gundam the Origin and gave it a shot here in America. The first 3 volumes here are out now in stores. You can get them at Barnes & Noble. I highly recommend ordering them online through Barnes & Noble or going into the brick-and-mortar store and buying them yourself. That really just, it shows that there is an interest in this series. If you order from Amazon, basically Amazon orders one bulk set, and once they're out, whatever. Barnes & Noble, if their online orders are high, they're more likely to put more in the stores. So that means they'll order more volumes, more copies of each one, and it's guaranteed to kind of keep the series going better than it would if everyone just ordered from Amazon. So, let's get started with the mini review. The artwork on the covers is just spectacular. Everything seems to be in more of a warmer colors, like reddish hues and whatnot, and I think it really feels battle-worn almost. I mean, it really adds to that war-torn story. Unfortunately for Volume 2 anyway, which is titled Garma, Bandai and Sunrise over in Japan, they dictated what cover art went where. So instead of having Garma on the front, we've got Amuro with his wooden doll from when he was a child, and it's still part of the story. It's still integral, but it would have been nice to have, like, you know, a picture of Garma going down in the Gao or something like that. And then the newest one, Ramba Rawl, has, of course, the goof coming off of the trailer, and this by far is my favorite cover so far. As far as size comparisons, I don't really have anything to show you, but this is a 6-inch ruler, so you know they're about 8 inches tall. So that's pretty cool. I mean, they're decent sized, and you can see the hardcover it's pretty thick. I mean, and I don't know if my camera's going to pick it up because of the lighting here, but 1 and 2 are about the same, and then Volume 3, we've got quite a few more pages in that one. Alright, so that's just the cover art. You know, it's a nice, thick, hardbound edition. I don't think these will be released in paperback. I mean, these are basically what we got, and they're definitely worth the price. So, opening up to the first chapter, we've got awesome, just this beautiful colored few pages here right in the beginning, and every chapter has at least a few right in the front, and then sometimes when a really important scene comes up, it's in color again, usually towards like the end of the chapter. But yeah, the translation it's a bit more formal than anything we've seen before for Gundam, which is fine with me. I like the more formal language. But it's got just beautiful artwork. And the nice thing about this paper is it's not, like, you know, when you buy a manga, just a normal release, it's got that, like, newspaper style paper. It's like really flimsy, and if you're flipping through really fast, you're gonna tear it. I never had a worry about, you know, having that flimsy paper, because this stuff is like, it's like photo paper. It's like a poster. Really thick, and that's not just the color pages. That's every single page. And the artwork is just amazing. Like I said, the colors, they use a lot of warmer tones, and it's just fantastic. I don't think the color is picking up very well here, but almost all of this is sort of a greenish hue. And that's probably just the light that I'm using. Yeah, getting ready for that big colony drop. And they're going over, you know, the beginning of the war and the devastation from dropping colonies on the planet and all that stuff. And then we get into Section 1 with the Zaku's invading Side 7. And it's just, it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning artwork all the way through this first section here. And you get a few pages in, and then you get into the black and white. And even the black and white has just immense detail. The artwork is amazing. And what I like about this interpretation of the story is it makes everything a bit more realistic. They sent in 6 Zaku's originally, not 3. 3 went into the colony, 3 stayed outside to kind of check out what's going on. Look at the details on the colony. It's just so cool. And then, you know, I'll flip through a little bit. I'm not going to show you the whole story because that'll ruin it for you. But, trying to find the beginning of Chapter 2 because there's some really cool artwork in there. Am I skipping past it? Let's see. White base docking. Oh, here we go. Coming up to it. And then, yeah, the Zaku's encounter a Gundam before they even get to the main base because there's this test type running around. In color, it's all gold, and it's got these panel lines going all across the legs and stuff. It's got a gem visor instead of eyes. This is like the first prototype, the RX-78-01. And then you get to Section 2. And just the action scenes, so well illustrated, so much detail, and it doesn't get confusing. Sometimes action scenes in a manga can get really confusing, and everything's pretty well laid out without being boring. Let's see. We're gonna find another couple color pages in here somewhere to show off. Let's see. Oh, there's my man, Shar Azdabal. Well, we'll skip right to the end here. Sorry, my camera went way off where it wasn't supposed to. Okay. And it's just... Even when they go with these cooler colors, the blue, like there's still those shades of red and orange, and it's just awesome. I think this is when they're coming back through the atmosphere. Oop, can't get a hold of that paper because it's... There we go. So yeah, that's just Volume 1, and the nice thing about that is they also include a couple of extras, which I'm not going to scan here because I don't want you to, you know, read them here. I want you to actually go check out the book. Hold on. A matured Gundam saga toward the birth of the origin, celebrating the revival of Gundam as a tale, and it's kind of like just a look at like the behind the scenes and talking about the series, and it's really cool. It gives a lot of cool like backstory on everything that kind of goes on in the universe. And there's Garma. We meet Garma right at the end of Volume 1. And it goes like that through the entire, all 3 volumes. They start out with some amazing color pages, and you know, they just keep going like that. They are awesome, and I don't want to spoil all the story, but anyone who's, you know, seen the series, you pretty much already know. What happens with Garma Zabi. And of course, that's a huge plot point, so they want that in color, they want that emphasized. And they just go through all the detail. Look at the Gao is coming down, White Base is trying to lift off so it avoids the crash. And just the artwork. And they go through step by step of that awful scene of Garma going down in a blaze of glory. This one, I don't think, in the back of this one, I think it just had some extra artwork. Like that's a new rendition of, that's like Amuro if it was done by Clamp, the guys who did Code Geass. And then it's got a special contribution from Clamp. It's got like interviews about some people. And then there's some amazing artwork here. That's the cover art. This is what should have been the cover art. That would have been spectacular. And we've got Char versus Amuro in space. Miss Matilda. I think that's real type colors for the Gundam. Garma and Char. Yeah, this is the last chapter here. Now, Volume 3, I haven't read through everything yet, so I don't want to scan to the back to show you the artwork there. So let's just see if I can... Oh, this is the state funeral scene with the Zabis, and they're talking about, you know, Garma died, and Giran wants to have a state funeral, and Dagwin doesn't want to, and all that stuff. He doesn't want it politicized. Let's see. Rambaral in his goof shows up. Let's see. I think, if I remember correctly, it's somewhere in here. Yeah, here we go. The whole... You get a good grasp of... This is just before Giran gives his speech. But in manga form, you get the entire speech, like all the text. And it's split up. They cut in different scenes, just like they did in the anime. You know, Char sitting in the bar listening to the speech. The White Base crew watching the speech televised live. And that sort of thing. Let's see. I may have skipped it. I don't know. And they do a couple of redesigns with some of the mobile suits. Like, I don't know if I can find it here. But the Goof's Heat Whip, it'll be here somewhere. It's Nozaku. Let's see. There's a cool little design feature on the Heat Whip, and I'm hoping I can show it off. And maybe it's in the next battle. Because, you know, Rambaral attacks several times, just like in the show. Oh, here we go. This is the part where Char's sitting in the bar after he's been decommissioned by Dozel for letting Garma die. And yeah, almost the entire speech from Giranzabi is in color. You really get the feel for that momentous occasion where he's, you know, bidding the entire nation of Zeon and everyone in space to, you know, turn their anger into hatred, and turn their sorrow into anger, and anger into hatred at the Federation, and, you know, kill them all and all that stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this brief look. I mean, it's been a 15-minute video, but, you know, I hope you've enjoyed this look at these great pieces of art. It's so worth the money. I mean, the U.S. the retail price, the suggested manufacturer's retail price is $29.95, and I would gladly pay $30 for each one of these, no problem. But all of them I've gotten for under 20 bucks. I was ordering through Amazon, and as Amazon gets more orders, they tend to lower the price. Well, BarnesandNoble.com does the same thing. And it might be like $1 or $2 more, but because I know if I order through Barnes & Noble, I'm contributing to them wanting to order more hard copies for their brick-and-mortar stores, I'm all for it. So, that is Gundam The Origin, brought to you by Vertical Ink. And I hope you guys, whoever watches this video, if you haven't already bought it, I hope you're convinced to go out and buy it. Let's see, this is artwork by Shimoku Kyo. That's Lala. I think that's supposed to be Miss Matilda. I'm pretty sure that's Haman, Rambaral's girlfriend person, Mirai, Sayla, and Frabo. And just, the artwork is so amazing. I'm trying to get the glare off that. There we go. It's just spectacular. So yeah, guys, go out, buy these books. Until next time, happy building and happy reading.